All right, man. You have a good weekend?
Yeah, not too bad. Relaxing for the most part, thankfully. Oh,
All right, I'm ready whenever. Do you have any tickers you want to take a look at? I mean, it's just you and me, so we
yeah.
don't have to do this, but we can
Yeah,
run
I
through it
might.
still.
Hang on one sec. Let's see.
If you're speaking, I can't hear you. Might be me.
Oh, that's weird. Can you hear me now? Huh.
Shit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah, it might be my Wi-Fi.
It might have been my headphones too. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Seems like we got a nice bull flag pennant going on here on the futures.
Yes.
Still pretty bullish on the RSI too, so I'm going to assume that we're probably going to break up at some point tomorrow. Is that what you're
I'm
thinking?
hopeful of that, man. My only concern is after that big move on Friday. I'm feeling like maybe the first part of the week we're searching a bit and maybe it kind of chops around.
Yeah,
But like you said, it does look like there is a flag there, so I
yeah,
guess we'll see.
it does have that bearish fair value gap right there, so I guess that could
Yeah.
be, I guess that could be the drop. Is there anything else like on a longer time frame or anything that you've seen that would give it away? It seems like the daily RSI is still kind of weak there, but 3 day looks pretty good. Hmm.
Yeah, no. I mean exclusively the 5 day I was looking at just had me zooming out a bit. And I kind of scratched my head a little thinking, okay, well, I guess it could pop, but it kind of looks like it might give that false preview of a breakout, but then just kind of search for somewhere to go.
Yeah, right. Seems like we got the BPR right here too. Um, so I wonder if we'll do something like this tomorrow. So you said the 5 day, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely see what you're saying. What
You
was
know,
the option flow looking like? Uh, End of day Friday. Do you think it was pretty good? If you,
I actually didn't look when we went into, well, I mean, I was looking at SPY a little bit and the call value started to climb right before the buzzer.
I see. So that's somewhat.
SPX saw some good call movement literally right after the buzzer, right before that 15-minute window that you get before it's done. It saw some nice call value there.
Okay. This is very interesting and something to be concerned about.
Yeah,
Just that retest.
right,
Hmm.
right.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll get that sweep and then a drop. Wow. That would be a real trickster, huh?
It definitely would, and we have seen it many, many times.
Yeah, look at this. It's almost a textbook rising wedge. Um,
Right.
but they have a tendency to keep breaking above sometimes, so we'll have to wait and see, I guess. Interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the 4 hour definitely still looks to be strong. So I'm gonna go with saying I'm gonna lean positive and say I think we're cool.
Yeah. How about chips or any other?
Yeah, Nvidia. I'd like to look at Nvidia. I got into a 185 call on Friday late um, for the 29th, so I'm kind of hoping it shows some life there. Thinking that maybe they get a burst before earnings and kind of a pre-earnings little pump that I could benefit from.
Yeah, so that's this week. That's gonna be huge.
Yeah, I
Wednesday.
think it's the 20. Is it the 24th? Would that be tomorrow or 25th?
It's
Uh, I
27th.
don't know when it is. 20. Okay, right. So, Wednesday. Yeah. Heck, that's my birthday.
Oh, nice, man. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you have a great week then.
Yeah, right on, man. I hope so.
So this looks pretty good. The 3 day, obviously super bullish on the RSI still. Seems like it's right below that support. So I mean, I wonder tomorrow will probably be like the deciding factor. I imagine, right? We're gonna want to see a close above 178.25, at least for going into
Right.
earnings. Which I'd be
Right.
surprised if it doesn't, because everything's sold out. Um,
Yeah.
have you seen any like earnings whispering or anything that would give a a sneak preview to what it might go to? It seems like
No,
192
I
could be on
mean,
the table.
right, right. I've heard some talking in the 190 range. So I'm kind of hoping it does get up above 180, 182, 183. Where I can sneak out with some profit.
Yeah, man. This is gonna be a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
Monthly's still really strong. I like that. I mean, this is what three. What do they call that? Three white soldiers. And you got the three bullish engulfings in a row. So that's usually
Right.
a good indication that this thing that it should keep going. Um,
I thought so. I was a little worried that though that Friday it kind of seemed questionable, wanting to move but really didn't. Kind of couldn't find its way over 178 for the most part.
yeah, that right below that support is the only thing I don't like. I definitely agree with you there.
Yeah.
How's it doing in overnight right now? Is it moving up at all?
I haven't looked at it. Let me
Oh, it's
see
up
real
almost a
quick.
percent. So 179.5.
Okay. Oh yeah, it is. It looks nice. Yeah.
That's great. So
Good.
if that can hold, you
Yeah.
should be set.
Yeah. Good deal.
I forgot how good Friday was. I want to just take a look at Tesla because I think
Hmm.
if we look at this, I think this is a plus setup. Although I don't love trusting Tesla. We got the wedge, the retest with a an incredible amount of volume and also a great candle close. I'm wondering if we see on the shorter term, uh, break above 370 and then push towards that 420 range.
Right. Yeah, I definitely think so. Looking at the longer term or maybe a semi longer term, I agree with you 1,000,000%. I think that thing is gonna be hunting for 400 or above relatively soon.
Yeah, yeah,
I like it.
it does seem like that.
Man, the stream is weird for me. Like I'm stuck on ES or you're on Tesla, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, it's not, it hasn't changed. Oh man.
That's weird. No, and it could be my Wi-Fi. I may have to log off and on or something.
Let's see. Did
Let me
that?
close the stream and try it.
Yeah. Is anybody else having that problem? Just let me know in chat. Okay, let me
It's weird.
all
No.
right, let me so it's not just you. So let me stop streaming it and then bring it back up.
Okay.
That's frustrating. Okay. What do we got now?
There we go. Yep, we're good.
All right. Yeah, let me know if it doesn't change when we start talking about something else.
Okay.
So yeah, like it's got the wedge and the retest, so I feel like this could be huge. Um,
Hmm.
uh, but I mean, Baba, kind of teased us too. So
Right. Seems
yeah,
like though Tesla has something to prove.
yeah, right. Much
You know what I'm
better.
saying?
Yeah, much better of a
Yeah.
company.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar to this one. It had the
Hmm.
retest and the pop, so we'll see. And then somebody asked about Hood. Yeah, we can definitely do that. So
Yeah.
Hood recently had the CFO sell some shares, right?
Yes.
It might have been planned a year ago though, so
Mm-hmm.
might be fine. Seems like we're in this channel here. I like that we closed above the support. I think that's a big deal. Didn't close above, this other one, but it seems to me, looking at the 1 hour here, it's got like a little bull flag that it could pop towards 111.26 and try to break above again. Yeah, that seems like
Nice.
it seems like it's bullish right now.
Agreed.
And I think you can get the retest at 115 if the market doesn't roll over, lethal.
Yeah.
Weekly, that is kind of a ugly looking weekly candle, two of them back in a row. The RSI does look like it could roll over, but they tend to like to pinch and pop, especially if it hasn't done it already. So I would be trying to buy this lower level. I always like these little volatility pockets, which is just the gaps in between the open and closes. You can see how it launched right out of there. So I would be looking to buy around 99.5 if it did drop. All right, what else? Bitcoin and MicroStrategy, definitely. So Bitcoin started
I got a
dropping
couple.
again.
Let me
Right?
put it in there.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, Bitcoin's down to like 112 last I saw.
Yeah, so this is just
113, okay.
like SPY. It had the break of trend. You always look for the retest. It looks like it's not perfect, but it might be close enough. I think it is if I move my line. So now we assume that if it closes below 112, it'll push down to 101. Monthly's still pretty bullish. I could see us retesting 102.5, and I'd probably be looking to go long there. Anywhere between 102.5 and, let's see, this 105. I don't think this is over yet, and I think by October, I think at minimum we'll at least get 130, and I'm hoping it could, get a push up to 150 with the right setup. So we'll have to see. So I'm looking to pick up anything around 103.6 or 101 to 105, but ideally 103.6. MicroStrategy is obviously going to follow that at a more dramatic sense, but I think we do have to consider that. This third touch might be a great buying opportunity, and it seems like they started to do that. We'll see if it holds. I personally would like to see like 325 and then go long. But if it doesn't, that's fine. And we would be looking for push towards the apex, somewhere over around 400 eventually, and look for that pennant breakout. But we gotta be really smart and careful about how we do this, because if we close on, this bottom side, we're gonna have to be careful. It could come down to 231 pretty quick, which I know is a big drop, but that's a huge trend line breaking on a 3-day and weekly. I don't think it necessarily will do that, but I will be a big time buyer down there if it does. And the weekly RSI is kind of showing some weakness. The daily looks like it could move up, but the monthly as well is also pushing down. So I really wouldn't be surprised if we got that drop, especially like right here too. That's another one I would look to grab around like 280. I would still buy shares in this company. I think it'll be over 1,000 in the next year or two. So, it's a little trickier with options with this one. But it seems like the 4-hour RSI, indicated the green triangle. That's usually a pretty good move. you can always use a good way to use this is you wait until you find a common area that you think would bounce, like support or resistance, and then you can use these signals on like a 1 hour or a 4 hour time frame. Obviously, context matters. You don't want to just take any one. Like on a breakout, when something's trending, you ignore these. So, point being, I would be looking for something like that to happen again. Down here in this area or this area or this area. And then I guess if it stays above 363, we'd be looking for the breakout to the upside. It's down to 350 in night market right now. Yeah, see, I would be surprised if they don't hit this. It's probably going to be a big zone. Hopefully, just fires right out of it though. I'm gonna set an alarm because that could be a good day trade, even if it doesn't close end of day. I imagine there could still be a 3 to 5% move off of that zone as a trap. Let's see. Bull, yeah, we can check out Bull. Not a big fan of Bull lately, but seems like it's still following this trend line. Close enough anyway. Might be forming a wedge up here. We just want to see a ton of volume come in. And if it can get that, then it should be able to break out. I'd want to see it hold above this bearish fair value gap right there, though. So if it can get above here and bounce around, consolidate a little bit, and then you can see a breakout to the upside, that'd be the way you'd want to do it. Which it may go really fast or it may not. And then, if you want to throw a target on this, 21 would be a good target to look for if it breaks out to the upside. Let's see if we can look at the monthly here. Yeah, it's still making higher highs on the open and close values, so we don't want to lose this level right here, in my opinion, which is about 14.71. We don't want to close below that on Friday, because the last week and the last Friday of every month, that's where you want to be paying attention to your monthly candles. You can think of it just like a 5-hour chart. It's like where the bull's going to try to put that close. A lot of the times that can give you a good indication of where the week's going to go. JPM. Nice setup here on the 30-minute. Seems like it's holding right above that.
Yeah, I thought it was flagging on Friday.
Yeah, it looks good. It's holding right above that resistance. Nice. Daily looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I jumped into some 305 calls.
Nice. I'm sure you're going to make some good cash on this one this week.
I hope so.
Let's see. Let's see if there's anything bigger going on here. Okay. This is really good. We got above average volume. We closed above that previous high. So yeah, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't at least get the retest of 300. At least. I mean,
okay.
I imagine it's going to blow way above it. I'm just saying. I don't see any way that wouldn't happen. And 315 coming up soon, right? So nice, man.
That's what I was thinking.
That's a great buy. Very nice. Have you been using like a scanner or something to find these? Just curious. Or you just
chart and then watching flow.
Nice. That makes sense.
Well, actually, the reverse of that, watching the flow and then the chart to confirm. When I saw the flag, I was like, oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
There's still time to get in it if you guys want to, I would think, depending on where it opens tomorrow. But, yeah, 296 right now.
Oh, it's already moving up? Yeah, anywhere in this green box would be beautiful, especially if they faked it down to 294.75. I would slam that all day.
Okay.
I'm definitely throwing alarms on this. This is a very good chart.
Yeah.
And then actually, before we move on to the next one, I just want to check KRE and see if the whole. Yeah, okay, there we go. That's exactly what we want to see. The paired index is massively breaking out too. Tons of volume, close
Okay.
over previous high. That looks really good. So we probably should watch all of them this week.
Cool.
And I wonder if this is because interest rates might start dropping and maybe that's why. I don't know.
Yeah, thinking that's the catalyst for sure.
The only thing I don't think this is the way it's going to play out, but just to analyze both sides.
Please.
This being a head and shoulders could screw us, but I think at least this would still retest 69 and financial ones would rip all week. But that is something to think about.
Right on. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully it doesn't play out that way because obviously pro America. C looks awesome too. Very nice. Yeah, you got some great picks this week. Again, tons of volume. RSI needs to come up, but it looks like it's going to make it. Rising wedge, those usually break to the upside. And then we just set the 1.16. And 100 seems like a pretty solid target on this one.
Nice.
Very nice, dude. Great finds. I'm liking these
Cool.
charts.
Yeah, 919 were my dates, so hopefully that does play out this week.
Yeah, I think you're golden. I mean, I'm sure you're already at the point where you can see the chart and you know it's just going to work. You recognize it right away. And
Yeah.
every single one that we've discussed so far that you've mentioned in the chat has been awesome. So I think that you're going to have a great week with these.
Good. Thank you.
Ethereum. I'm big time bullish on Ethereum. I'm going to look at a monthly chart though because this thing moves really slow.
Yes, sir.
I have us going towards obviously 7,500, but I think there's a solid chance of it at least hitting 10. We got a nice wedge here, massive breakout, tons of volume coming in, which is exactly what you want to see. So the only way I think that we would get screwed is if by end of week or whatever the last day of the month is, I guess because it's not the same as stocks. So technically Sunday. If we close below this, I'd be a little concerned, but I don't think it's going to. I mean, this is an incredible chart, and I'm almost positive it's going to double at least one more time.
Okay.
Nice.
What else do we got? I want to check out Open. I don't know if Open's
You know what?
even moving. One second. Is Open moving at all after hours? Probably. Yeah, it's at 4%. So I think, it's just on the short term here. We'll be realistic. If we can get a monthly close above $5.14 this week on Friday, I think we have a solid chance of hitting 10 in September. If we don't, I think we'll have to decrease that number to maybe 650, and then also just consider the fact that it could come back down into this area. And I would be looking to pick up some shares down here around $4. So I'm gonna watch this week. I think it's gonna keep breaking out. The daily chart looks pretty good. Even closed above that wick high. Tons of volume. 660 to $8. I think this week I think is on the table, which I know is a lot, but it's got a low float. And if they lock up the float, they tend to double pretty quick. So I think it has the right. I think the stars are aligned on this. We'll see. I'm going to try to hold it as long as I can. Hopefully get a fat payout on this one.
Yeah, I'm in it with you.
Nice. Yeah, I wish I got the weeklies. Those must have been up an insane amount on Friday.
They were, and they were buying like raped apes. I mean, all the way into like 3:30.
Wow, really? No shit.
That close to close. They must have known it was going to push before the buzzer or something.
Yeah.
Somebody knew something.
Yeah, they got to be. Yeah, they're probably actually like exercising those too, which is super bullish then. No shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, all the way up to like $9 calls.
Yeah, we're gonna have a great week then. I think. Like we gotta just
Good stuff.
not watch it too much, probably.
Mm.
At least that's usually the case with me. I'll overanalyze it.
Right. Yeah, I do that a lot. I psych myself out of good trades.
Yeah, it's hard. Snap. What's going on with Snap? It was doing well for a while. What's happening?
Poor earnings, lack of confidence. Their sales, advertising sales have diminished, and people feel like I think the consensus is they think they're losing grip. But I don't know. The user base has grown, so I think it's good long term, but it's definitely struggling.
Yeah, this monthly chart scares me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a buyer at 541 though. If it does come there. Man.
Was up nice, but now it's red. So.
Yeah, what it looked awesome when you first mentioned it here. And I think it was here.
Yes.
And started breaking out.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. That daily did have a decent amount of volume, so I guess there is a possibility that they sweep it back up. We'll have to see. Just from looking at the monthly, it almost seems like the shorts are going to be really strong, trying to push this down below. And we might see a really big dump on this early in September, and I think we should be buying it with everything we can down here if it does. What is ETHA? I don't know. What is that? Obviously, it's an Ethereum proxy, right? So, yeah. I mean, this is incredibly bullish on the monthly. Daily looks amazing too. This is probably going to be gapping up tomorrow. Yeah, I like this. I mean, with something like this, you just keep playing the trend. You know, wait until you see the pattern. You just wait for your consolidation, and then you wait for a lot of volume and a solid candle. If you've been watching charts long enough, you'll always know if it's the right time or not. At least 90% of the time. So if you're not in this, I would wait for a new setup, which might happen very soon on the 1 hour. You could be trying to bounce off this previous resistance now support at 36, and if it holds that level, you'd be looking for about 40 on the upside. So I definitely wouldn't be shorting it, I'll tell you that. And this is gonna double too, just like Ethereum is my thought process, unless something bad happens to it. Grab. What's going on with Grab? What's this company about? Let's see. They are Grab Holdings Limited. Okay. It's interesting consolidation. See, they just had earnings a week ago. 21% miss is pretty bad, but maybe they had good forward guidance. Obviously, they picked it up, and it's holding this level. You could go probably long above 5.15. You got to watch out for 530 being your resistance. That's previous support. You can get back above that, then yeah, you'll probably get this push to the upside and look for that breakout up top. But make sure you don't get a close below $5 on the other side of this trend line if you're long. I would say if we were just ignoring earnings, and more volume comes in, and and it doesn't drop below $5, that this has a solid chance of breaking out to the upside. I don't know what they do though. Their EPS could be down, but if their forward guidance is really good, that could be enough for this to push up to $7. By January, with the right news. Weekly RSI is a little concerning, but it could still cross. Monthly RSI is pretty good. I think it's too early to use this, but we'll see. This is an interesting one for sure. It might have enough in it. Be very careful of fake outs at this level. BMNR.
Yes.
Yeah, nice wedge. We must have looked at this recently. Yeah, that daily is great.
Friday.
Yeah, beautiful. Cross. Close with the cross. I love those. Especially when they haven't really gone yet. So, nice. Oops, where'd we go? I lost it. Oh, it's down here. I don't even know why they allow this. Oh, man. Fix. Okay, there we go. I'm back. Yeah, I mean, this looks great. Probably depends on how much they hold, right? But Ethereum hasn't ran in so long that I imagine any Ethereum stocks are going to go crazy.
Right.
So, $70 soon seems pretty reasonable.
I was thinking.
Seems like it really filled this pocket here.
Right.
Yeah. Get a breakout up here. I love these little pockets. 109, definitely.
Nice. Well, I've got shares on it, but I was thinking maybe there's something there to take advantage of potential calls. I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, definitely. It seems like now would be the time to consider it. Just over 56.19 probably.
Okay.
And then let's check out some of the growth stock. Hams, how's Hims doing? Ooh, this is interesting. Bouncing off of support. If we can hold this level, we can get a push back to the upside. Might need more consolidation. It is an interesting level. If you are bullish on this stock, this would be a good place to buy shares. I don't know if this is a good place to buy options, except for maybe leaps. Check the monthly. Monthly is not very pretty, but it could launch off of this this week. So we should pay attention to that. I'm just gonna throw this on there. Okay. ASTS, anything going on with this one? Kind of the same zone here. As long as we stay above this, we're good. Monthly also seems like it's consolidating. Bullish fair value gap. Maybe next month it starts to push back up. RBLX.
They got a lot of problems.
Do they?
Yeah, they're getting sued by state of Louisiana. Big deal.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it again? It was something regarding child. Hang on, let me look it up.
Probably gambling.
I think it was something about abduction.
What? Damn. That's concerning.
Yes.
So, it looks to me at first glance that this will drop down to 108.5. That weekly RSI is kind of nice though. Maybe there'll be a day trade down here, but it does look like it will drop at some point.
Yeah, Louisiana State over child safety, protection from child predators.
Wow, that's yeah, that's some pretty bad news.
Mm-hmm.
It also swept, so maybe they'll come back down here in the fall, all the way to 80.
Mm.
RKLB, how are they doing? I'm still waiting on this wedge. It's really making us wait here, but we might have something coming. Here, let's start over. This looks like a bull flag to me. So whenever it goes, I think this could get. I think it's supposed to be from the bottom of the flagpole to the top. So we'll just set that up here. And usually flags go 2x. So 78, whenever it does break out, I think can happen. And then obviously on the downside, this is a big area for us to pay attention to. 31.27 and 34. And you might be able to argue that this is a cup and handle too, which we always go to the 3x for this one. That also puts us up at like 67. So usually when I got two patterns lining up, it's a pretty solid a range. So I like that up there. If the market can hold, anyway. What else do we got? What's up 4% right now, Bill? RKLB? Wow, okay. I guess they're going to start the party without us. Just don't get caught on any fakes there. Is it above 47.32?
45.
Okay, yeah. If we can get that cross above the 47.12-ish, this thing will really go. I'm going to set a line there. So maybe we watch this. All right. And then any others that we like to usually play? How about Circle and CRWV? Let's see. Circle's in a 3-day bullish fair value gap. I usually like those, but I'm sure it'll follow Bitcoin. CRWV. There's another 3-day bullish fair value gap. Let's go back to the daily now. I feel like it needs another day to test the downside. Although the 2-hour looks okay. That's the previous support and it closed above it. So looking at this, we might want to pick this up for calls to the upside. Maybe it'll try to test 102.5 again. CRWD. Seems like we're coming down to the shelf around 382.5. I don't know what was going on with this, but figure this out. The daily is trying to pick up here. If we reject this support level at 422, let's just say, you'll want to grab puts down to 413. If you get a close above that level, though, you can try to go for 431. I would think. This is kind of a tough one here. It almost looks like AMD's downtrend where it just stayed like this for a very long time. Sometimes that can be a what I call like a honeypot trap. So we'll see. It does have this. Port. $398 would be a much better buy. I don't know if it's going to go down there though. Oh, it's on top of the 200 SMA. Yeah, usually that's a good area. Yeah, if you can wait and see if it comes down in between 396 and 405, I think you'd be a lot better off. But if you get the close on the other side of this, I say go for it, especially above, this open. Oops, not the wick. If you can get above 431 on this side, I think you could really push above for a swing. There's cybersecurity, right? Their competition is PANW. I don't know if they have much more than that. I'm not very familiar with the space. I don't see how this could go away. It's kind of like chips, I feel like. The better AI gets, the better your security needs to get. Seems to me like the market would be trying to find a reversal on a company like that if they make a lot of money. So your 200 SMA might be a great place to buy shares, and maybe you just wait for the breakout for the options. PANW is kind of consolidating on the monthly here too, so not loving either yet. What do we got going on some of the big names? Ooh, Meta seems interesting. SR Flip. I actually had it marked out, I guess. That sucks that I missed it. We might see a big pop out of here if the market doesn't sell off. So say we do break out. I think this would be a great one to watch. Could go to 930 with the right conditions. Otherwise, look for the gap to fill, even 720 on the downside, and then start to pick it back up there. Microsoft. I don't know about this one. 3-day RSI pinch, maybe that'll work. I kind of like it better around 498. Yeah, 498 seems like a better buy. Google's probably doing great. Yeah, they are. Let's just start over. Nice. This looks awesome. Daily RSI is firing up, so if this should probably see another push here. Is it an all-time high? It is. So 210. Seems like it's going to try to go for 210. If it closes back below, we got to be careful. But the weekly did, and the 3-day did close above the previous open and close here. So I like this, at least later in the week. What else? Am I forgetting? Apple. Also has a wedge breakout here. Daily looks like it could pop. It needs to hold this 224. What else do we have? Amazon. I'm still on the Amazon as a cup and handle pattern. I don't know how long it's going to take to play out, and it, technically it can go down to 201 before being invalidated. Seems to me like this will see 300 at least by Q1 2026. So pay attention to this. And then we did Tesla. We did Nvidia. ABGO is usually another good one. Looks like it broke a trend line. It's retesting the top, kind of rejected. I'm sure it's going to follow Nvidia, but you know, if things do go south, this would be a good one to try to get puts on below 292.6. So keep an eye on that. Probably not a good idea to grab puts though on earnings week with Nvidia. And then LLY, we can see how healthcare is doing. This looks like a bull flag to me, a massive one on the weekly. And usually you get 3 touches on the downside. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 here. So, you know, this could be the entry for going into January for a massive run. Top of the flagpole to the bottom. That's the rule. Which would, you know, set it up for 1,300 to 1,500. Yeah, 1,600 Q1 2026. This might be a massive place to buy shares in leaps. So consider that if you like healthcare. It did liquidity sweep on the weekly with a decent amount of volume. So I'm gonna set some alarms here. If it pulls back at all, I want this. Okay. You're asking about, we can go over MicroStrategy again, sure. I think, I mean, it's going to follow Bitcoin. I believe they said it was down to 349. The first area I'd be looking to see if the market tries to reverse is this third touch on this trend line here. So you got 1, 2, and then 3 potentially here. Diagonals are not as strong as horizontal, but they still work. So anywhere around 325, you know, it depends how fast it moves, of course. 328, that would be a good place to look for a reversal. And then if it closes below this, you know, you're going to start using your horizontal supports and, you know, look for 300, 275, even 234, although I doubt it will get that bad. And you said you have 390 for 829. I mean, we'll see what Bitcoin does. I don't like 390s for 829. Not right now, and I'll show you why. This chart right here on Bitcoin, we have a large trend that broke, and you always get the retest here. It retested it, and then it fired back down. So there's a high chance that Bitcoin pushes towards 105, even 100 this week, and you know that would pull MicroStrategy down. If you really want to hold on to them, you can always hedge. And is there any others? If there's not, I'll probably call it there. Got some great tickers. Seems like that's it. I'll answer your question, Halit, but we'll call it after that. Yeah, BTCS, of course. Let's do it. Yeah, this looks good. What is this? I mean, it looks like it could go. I love these little pockets. I don't know if I would play options yet. If you do, probably go 2 months out. But to me, this would be a great thing to buy shares. I'm assuming this is Bitcoin. It's related. It's got at least 3 of them, BTC. So you want to let me know what it is. Shares is great. I like this for shares. You know, you really here. This is a strong support right here at 356. You do not want to see a monthly close below 3.56. So as long as you, you know, by the end of the month, every month going forward stays above that level, you're probably fine. If it drops at all, I'd be picking up 359 all day. Ethereum related, yeah, you're set. Ethereum's, and we can go back and look at it again, and if you missed it, I mean, unless the monthly candle rejects really bad, this looks like an incredible setup to double, even 3x. 3-month looks amazing. So I'm big time bullish on Ethereum. I feel like people would be crazy not to buy Ethereum. And if Ethereum does drop, we want to be picking up 3.675 and above. I don't see how this doesn't double in the next 12 months. Maybe even less. It could go much faster than that. It could happen in 2 months, believe it or not. It's even got the exponential type of breakout here. So, you know, if you held a gun to my head, I would say we're above 5,500 this week. Nice. That's good. I'm glad. I like it when we agree. All right. I think we're golden. I think, you know, Ippolito, you found a bunch of great charts. I think you're gonna have an awesome week with those setups. Hopefully, everybody watches the recording and checks out your watch list, because I think those are great. That's all I got, guys. So unless you got any last minute ones, throw them in, and we'll check back in tomorrow.